What's going on, everyone? Today's day 64 of 90. We're gonna be through this 90-day challenge really before we know it. And it's crazy because it feels like it just started just the other day. Kind of sitting down for some late night work. It's been a really stressful week. I think the most stressful week I've had in probably the last year, if I'm really kind of doing like just a self-analysis of how this week's gone. Nothing bad. Just we are in a season of like truly pushing our boundaries, and growth just at the end of the day just isn't comfortable. And it's all self-inflicted. It's what we've all asked for. But it's a lot. Which is good. I mean, it's not going to be easy, and if it is easy, you're not pushing yourself, and that's in every single area of life. So just a lot going on. We've got a lot of offers out this week. We had a lot of offers out last week. Last week was like the big push for let's contract 7 homes in 5 days, which is a big push for us because normally we're sticking around the 5 homes per month mark and trying to scale up to 10. Last week we got the 5 under contract, and we've got a few more under contract this week that were a result of last week's effort. But again, we were counting like actually, signed contracts when we had them. This real estate is, it's incredibly rewarding. And I think if you really want to grow a business, there's a big difference between being an entrepreneur and being the business versus like being a business owner and actually working towards setting up something that can run completely without you, which is really tough when the business relies on you for banking, for investors, and several other aspects right now. But that's the push we're making. But just stuff happens every day that you don't account for. I mean, for example, we had one of our guys get hurt a few weeks ago, and trying to just navigate just workers' comp today. Just stuff just absolutely out of nowhere that again is just part of growth, and it's going to happen. And it's just part of building that business, which is really exciting and extremely rewarding. And just in a season of growth. This week's been crazy. I kind of expected and been dropping some Easter eggs all week to kind of these big moves that we've been making. There was a huge one we made today that I'm actually not even going to talk about until tomorrow, just because things just keep getting delayed, and I want to talk about it all at once, like as a weekly summary. But this has been an incredible push week for us as far as offers out the door, got some new contracts, bought a house earlier in the week. We got 3 closings tomorrow. It's just extremely rewarding, really. And I think it goes down to, and I've mentioned this like so many times, like to everyone who watches like all these videos. I know there's a few people. I really appreciate it. And you're probably like, when are you going to talk about something new? But I'm not going to, because it really is just about focus, about consistency, and about really accountability. I mean, you are who you surround yourself with. And so, every day, if you're surrounding yourself with people who are just, there's really no other way to put it besides just absolute sharks when it comes down to going out and finding deals, finding banking, finding investors. It's the difference between someone, when you drive past a house that looks dilapidated, like who's gonna stop and not leave that house, like sit there parked out in front of it until you get the owner's number and call, versus someone who's like, oh, I'm gonna write down the address and call later. Like those are the differences that create this huge push for actually creating a sustainable business that does 10 homes per month with very little of our time, of course, is the goal, so that we can move on and take our business nationwide and do much more than just Tulsa. But consistency, counting your no's. I've gotten a few people who ask just about like what scripts I use for cold calling. There's no magic script. Sometimes you just have to feel it out. Sometimes you're taking like a really like kind of soft approach of like you just drove by or you noticed it because you have property down the street. And other times it's just like, hey, do you want to sell your house? It's not like if someone wants to sell, it doesn't matter what you say. It really just doesn't matter. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just analysis paralysis instead of just getting on the phone. And who cares if you stumble? Just send the offer and just make the phone calls. So I appreciate everyone kind of sticking with it with me this week through this stressful period. The videos have been up and down this week. I don't think I provided necessarily the value in these last few that I really wanted to. Just because the videos have kind of become at least the last few days, honestly, just an afterthought of the just huge amount of stress that Ryan, Sam, and I are under this week, just to make sure that everything we have planned goes according to plan. But again, you make a commitment, consistency, focus, and the same thing with these videos. I'm gonna make one every day, regardless of the season of growth or the season that the business is in. So thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate everybody who reaches out. I've got an inbox full of messages, so I apologize if I haven't gotten back to you yet. It's been an incredibly, as I kind of talked about, hectic week, and I plan on kind of going back through and filtering through the inbox here in the next few days. After I want to take a full day off after this week, not look at my computer, not look at real estate, nothing. But in order to get that, you have to earn it. And so we're going to finish this week strong, finish Friday out. Friday's not an off day. It's just another day to get ahead. So thanks everybody for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with kind of a Friday update, hopefully in the later half of the day once everything has gone exactly to plan, as stuff always does. Not really. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.